EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Rodgers. Got his man. It's Warren. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. And really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Steelers.
Rodgers to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Parker Washington from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
They felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the first carry for Derrick Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
Jackson now. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Well, they kept it a short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
First and goal.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
That return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Rodgers. This one swung out to Montgomery. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, working down at the 9. That gain of 13 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Washington. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second and goal from inside the 5. On play action. Now Rodgers. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that? Now it's time to find out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
At the 38-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This will be caught inside the 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ballgame. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him to this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's one. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Warren will try the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14.
Justin, singing love from my face to bust. Ground control with a soul like Bodie, chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you, they don't even with a bag.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stumped up in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Jackson going to keep it. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Keanu Benton able to run it down for a loss of a yard.
Steelers 10-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jackson going to keep it. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That went out wide and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Henry. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Patrick Queen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. He'll let it fly for Austin. And nearly another interception. It would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the back end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
23 yards the pick up there.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Pushing his way through. Shoves him aside. Still fighting for more. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nabi Matabike coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because
picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They try in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Jackson will keep it and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And the Baltimore first down.
This time Jackson will throw it. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson going to keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Baltimore first down.
On the option right is Jackson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
That's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Rodgers now to throw.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. First down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson will try and do this himself. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Henry out of the pistol. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. There'll be a gain of just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Raider on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they'll definitely take them.
23-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Prater set to kick off.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And this This offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he is caught. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rodgers wants to change the look.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Rodgers will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackled that time by Joey Porter Jr. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it.
These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
He's brought down at the
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Brings up second and 1.
Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Down to the 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who are getting 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Patrick Queen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the... And now here's another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Baltimore, first down.
Inside handoff here to Ricard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
This is 2nd and 8.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Jackson going to keep it.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
61, Steelers 27.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
The Ravens are champions of the AFC as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.